Once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a farmer and his wife.
We were moving forward.
It's so lonely with just the two of us. We really want a child. I would like any small child. The two of them prayed to God every day. And then how about this? God heard our wishes and the cute child was born.
The length of the little
This is
boy's
it.
fingers.
They're only cherry blossoms.
I raised it, but just a bit.
It did not grow bigger. So we named it Issun-bōshi, 1-inch boy. Issun-bōshi became a very clever and energetic child. One day,
With Dad and Mom.
oh,
I wanna go to the city and see all sorts of things.
me.
Please lend it to me.
He asked for help.
Both Father and Mother
But
were
this
worried.
sleepy hat is full of energy. He put a sword at his waist, got on the bow-like boat, and set off. Take care! Come back soon! The boat floated down the river, bobbing up and down. After traveling for many days, the inch-high priest finally arrived in the capital. The capital is very lively.
How come everything we see is so rare?
Surprised by all the things.
But you have to be careful when you walk, because Issun-bōshi is very small
While
and
procrastinating.
might get stepped on.
Next time, I want to make it just
The small hat was completely impressed. When they went out to Sanyo Street, there was a splendid house. People walking down the road are talking about the big house.
Yes! Let's follow the minister's servant.
Issun-bōshi shouted loudly at the entrance. The people who came out were surprised because they heard voices but saw no one.
That's strange.
I hear a voice, but no one's there.
Issun-bōshi stood on the geta and stretched up.
here. I'm here.
Everyone was surprised and pleased to see Issun-bōshi.
Even the minister quickly receives a little hat.
Thank you for coming.
Issun-bōshi became the princess's caretaker. He cheerfully did everything from cleaning rooms to running errands, and he became the princess's favorite. Sure! Issun-bōshi, Issun-bōshi. Everyone in the house adored him, making every day enjoyable.
Thank you everyone for watching.
When the princess studies, she borrows 5 little hats and studies together.
Femi-rufani.
You will be able to read 5 books. One day it remained. The princess went to Kiyomizu Temple to see the goddess of mercy.
You buddy.
I heard that Issun-bōshi and other servants went along together. In front of the statue of Canon, the little boy joined his tiny hands in prayer.
Eringi mushroom. It's
Just
golden.
now when I passed by the road, it was already...
Suddenly, a big ogre appeared and grabbed the princess. It was a big problem. When they didn't come, everyone ran away. Only Issun-bōshi was alone.
He drew his needle sword and headed towards the demon.
What's the matter, Shorty?
The demon is reading
Pinching
Issun-bōshi
with your
with a giggle.
fingers, open your mouth with a clap. But Issun-bōshi didn't lose. He fought fiercely inside the ogre's stomach, pricking with a needle.
It just feels
And
right.
there was a gap.
It hurts. It hurts. The woman had a stomachache and couldn't do anything about it.
Wow, this is amazing.
The defense force discovered Moribosu.
win.
I'm going to put it in.
Thank you, Issun-bōshi. Thanks to you, I was saved.
The princess felt really relieved. Suddenly, I noticed a small clod of earth had fallen.
The demon dropped it.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Come and see Lichtenbergia. With this, you can get what you want as many times as you want.
So, Issun-bōshi said, make me taller.
The princess while swinging her small hammer at home. The 1,000 bridges ready go. The 1,000 bridges ready go.
Then what do you think? Bit by bit.
A little fairy grew taller and taller, and in no time became a fine young man.
The princess and the little hats are already happy. When he came back home, even the adults were very happy to see the grown-up little one inch.
I'm delighted.
Later, little 1 inch became a respected person known as Shosho of Horikawa. And then he married the princess. They invited their parents from the countryside and lived happily and joyfully.
Henry.
Morning and afternoon, the sea urchin is singing happily.
It is the beautiful sea of Pango.
Brother Urashimataro, go fishing happily today and catch a lot. Okay, thank you, Miss Sumi.
You can catch a lot of fish.
Mr. Caro, energetic as always. Catch a lot of fish today. Okay, thank you, Miss Umi. Fish. Excuse me.
Taro went down to his house.
There were children gathered along the way, and it was miserable. Hey everyone, stop it! It's not nice to hit such a small turtle with a stick, toss it around, or hit it with stones. Everyone is a good kid. Please sell the turtle to this brother.
Karo Bokate Ta.
I did it without meaning.
Come on, hurry up and get back.
The baby turtle floating on the waves stretched its neck.
Finandemo!
Looking back at Urashimataro on the way back, vanishing into the waves. Little girl splashing.
Half portion. You Boko.
Alan is a fish. Agreement reached, so I took out the boat and fished alone. Swaying in the waves. Really good.
Someone called out.
My name is Taro Murashima. Let's go together to see the sea.
Don't leave!
Let's excuse ourselves.
Shiba, you Taro will dream. Just like the big turtle said in the wide seto.
I served an absurd amount. Hurrari! How many times did the sea journey with the turtle continue? Was it you?
There is a magnificent gate made of crystal.
Beyond that, there was a castle made of gold.
It smells wonderful all around.
Hear magnificent music.
Disney Journey's ending was the best. You can fish alone.
Thank you for watching.
Thai and flounder. Tacos, curries, and many fish are welcoming you. The fish said that Princess Otohime was eagerly waiting. Princess Otohime. Here is nice.
Mr. Urashima Taro, thank you very much for saving the turtle. Participated and understood.
Please stay as long as you like. Then, every day, Urashima Taro spent enjoyable days.
I always heard calm
Looks delicious.
The table.
Even the church is the worst.
The trees are so
It
green.
is said. Princess! When you say, let it be winter, the scenery outside the window changes quickly and it starts to snow. In the summer, cool breezes blow, fireflies fly, and the sea is white. It's such a wonderful Ryugu castle. But Urashima Taro is getting a little bored of playing every day.
It's been exactly 3 years since then.
Taro Murashima is here, but his parents are dreaming.
The day after the following day.
Princess Otohime, I will return home once. Please let me go back.
Princess Otohime was surprised and held back her tears.
Please let me live after 30 days.
And returns. Even Urashima Taro couldn't hold back his tears. I don't have shoulders.
So then, for a souvenir,
This determination.
please bring...
I said ball and box. And inside, this is a human's most...
Something to cherish.
It's done. If you ever intend to return here, make sure you never open the lid of this box. Urashima Taro once again rode on the turtle's back.
What?
Floating up.
Said goodbye.
That's the last bit, right?
Cigar.
The encryption section is quiet. That mountain and that road are the same as 3 years ago. Let's go home quickly. Urashima Taro ran along the beach as if flying. But no matter how far he went, he couldn't find his house.
Everyone walking on the road.
They're all strangers.
Everyone knew who Mom was.
Urashima Taro took on a new form and greeted an old woman.
Where is Taro Murashima's house?
Mr. Rice.
Starts laughing out loud.
You are an interesting person. Taro Murashima is someone from a long time ago. 300 people. Over 700 years ago, there was a young man named Urashima Taro on this beach. They say he went out to sea on a boat and never came back. My grandmother told me that he is probably living a peaceful life somewhere. That! It's a
grandmother didn't believe it. Urashima Taro, who didn't know what to do, remembered that Princess Otohime said not to open it. I accidentally forgot about you and opened the treasure box. Suddenly, a white stream of smoke rose gracefully inside. When the smoke touched it, Taro's hair turned completely white. His face has completely turned into that of an old man. Huh?
Hello?
The rescued turtle cried out and clung to Princess Otohime.
A whimsical life of Mr. Mirashima.
Your large majesty is not allowed for a cameo? Mr. Turtle, you should turn into a cane and fly quickly to help Lord Urashima. Kango turns into a white crane. He flew quickly like an arrow and arrived at Kango's seaside.
Thank you for watching. When the female crane calls twice.
Urashima Taro is... With a single cry, it turned into a pure white crane.
The crane in the yard entered the flaming mountain.
Always waiting, always waiting. The old bamboo cutter keeps snipping bamboo in the mountain thicket today.
What a strange bamboo, that bamboo. But true, the base was glowing brightly.
The old man gave me the bamboo.
John, I cut it. One of the vertical sections that was cut suddenly glowed. There was a cute little girl among them. The old man flew home, holding the little girl in his arms. Wow, cute. So cute. The grandmother was also very happy. The tiny girl soon stood up straight. I named her Kamuya Hime. Princess Kaguya is really kind and beautiful, like a celestial maiden. Many people want to have her as a bride.
In that special mesh,
There are 5 people who stay around Princess Kaguya's house day and night without leaving. The old man and the old lady felt sorry for them. Please, one of those 5 people marry her, Kaguya Hime asked. No, I will not marry anyone. Even so, the old man and old woman begged, please become his bride. Princess Kaguya reluctantly summoned 5 people. I will marry the person who brings me the treasure I want first. It's over. The other person is too much of a goody-goody. Please bring the stone ball used by Buddha. Yes, I'll be right back. The second person is from the island of Bengla, which is located in the middle of the Eastern Sea. Please bring me a tree with white jade fruits on the golden branches. All right.
Understood. I will take a picture.
Hurry up and help me out. Bring the fruit you made by the river in the country across the sea.
Yes! I will definitely bring it.
The 4th
person, please bring the fifth orb on the dragon's neck.
Yes, I will definitely stand up.
The fifth person, please bring a rare shellfish tree. Yeah, I'm on it.
All 5 of us promise firmly to Kamuya Heim.
Excuse me.
See you next time.
Is a sneaky person.
Instead of going to India, he wandered around the deep mountains nearby and found a stone bowl at an old temple, wrapped it in shiny brocade, and brought it to Princess Kaguya.
I said I'll reply.
I found it too.
Princess Kaguya gazed at the bee through the sunlight and stared intently.
This is fake.
The edge of the Buddha's stone should shine brightly. It was lying around in some ancient temple.
The first person held his head and sneaked
The
away.
second person is also a cunning person.
He hired 6 people to make gold and silver artifacts and had them create a treasure tree in a secluded room. It took 2 years, but it turned out great.
I'm back. I just came from Murai
And then
Island.
we left. The curry
It's
is
a sky tree.
cooking.
Grandfather, grandmother, and Princess Heim too, so
Full mash.
Must
Thank you
I
for
be
watching.
poised? The princess wondered, almost in tears. At that moment, several people climbed up, pounding on the outer tower as if to break it. Wow, I could hear voices coming from the river.
How dare you not pay for the sky tree we built? It took us 2 whole years. Return the treasure tree.
The second person covered his ears and ran away. 3 years passed. The third person came to see Princess Kaguya.
I searched all over the country of corn.
Then
Finally obtained it. This is the flip
even
side.
if you put it in there.
Unbelievable leather kimono.
that was
They lit a fire in the garden and placed the leather kimono on the fire.
Gave you a ride. Beautiful.
The green leather kimono burned to ashes in no time.
Let's take the dragon's
The
pearl.
fourth person busily headed out to the
Caught
sea.
in a terrible storm.
Tomorrow, for 3 days and 3 nights, clinging to the small pillars of the ship, exposed to rain and wind, being tossed by large waves, we arrived at Karakara port. Fearing the punishment of the Dragon King, he skinned it up.
stand by his
From
baby.
the fifth person who was looking for Unasugai, is it in the swallow's nest?
I grabbed something that hurt, shouted, and stood
He
up.
fell from a high tree and got seriously injured, said the old man.
It was a dry swallow's poop.
Kaguya Hime comes to live with Grandpa and Grandma. The 4th autumn.
The moon is getting worse.
Looking at the moon, Princess Kaguya cried every night.
Little Lord, Grandmother, when that moon becomes full, that night I must leave for heaven. I will be greeted from the sky. I am the remaining bird of the tree city.
Does you go?
As the big moon rises, swaying,
100 celestial maidens descended from the cloud shining in the sky.
Welcoming Princess Kamiya. Please get into the wooden car.
The hands of the people holding bows and spears to chase away the celestial maidens went numb and couldn't move at all. The old man and the old woman, he held Princess Kaguya tightly. She slipped away from his hands. Princess Kaguya rides in 1,000 chariots.
Grandfather! Grandmother! Hello!
The person coming to pick them up, and the car became smaller and disappeared into the sky.
There's 15 kun in the sky.
The small hut sways greatly, making the general storm shake.
It was something from a long time ago. In a village, there lived a young man. Because the young man was reputed to be a hard worker, every day he went to the mountains by the bay to cut wood and gather turf. From that day, the young man is chopping wood in the back mountain from early morning as usual.
Then, behind
There was a
me-
weird rustling sound coming from this thicket.
does Desua mean?
The young person quietly peeked into the thicket.
In the bushes, there was a tired bird.
crane is being swallowed.
Crane.
It was caught in a trap set by the fisherman.
It was because... Oh, you poor thing. It must hurt. There. I'll take it off for you.
The young man had a kind heart. Tsuru. He thanked Ananxian and took it off the ring.
Come on, run quickly. Don't get caught here.
The crane flapped its wings repeatedly, as if to say, "Thank you." Eventually, it flew far away.
It's almost summer, and it has become a cold winter.
Snow has started falling in the village. The fields and the meadows are all white. The mountains are covered with snow, so the young man can no longer go to cut wood. I've been quietly staying at home every day.
A ghost.
Bong, bong, bong.
You can hear the sound of knocking on the door.
I wonder who it is now.
When the young man opened the door, there was a beautiful young woman standing there looking tired and dejected.
The traveler got lost on the road. Excuse me, but could you please stop falling in love with me? It's troublesome, right?
Come on, please.
The young man quickly started a fire in the hearth. A girl by the crackling fire.
The person quickly recovered.
And then the woman waits for spring after the cold winter while she is still young. It will make you care. Women help a lot with things like laundry and meal preparations. The house quickly became clean. Fun every day. The woman said,
I am
good at drinking it down. In the room at the back, there's
The
Hudson.
street machine.
I will weave you some beautiful cloth. Please take it to town and sell it.
But you must never peek while I'm folding the flag.
Good shot. Good shot.
From that day, the woman kept talking diligently in the back room.
Please go ahead.
Tangling.
Faster and faster.
The stitch falls and the touch is unclear. The touch can't keep up.
At night, but
Even in the morning.
the woman does not come out of the room.
Quickly.
Knock, knock. Tong, cara, tong.
Finally, a month has passed.
Finally, the woman came out of the room. The woman has a shiny, beautiful cloth that the young man has never seen before.
All right, it's done. Please take this to town and sell it.
Then, the young man hurriedly went out to the town. Do you need some cloth? Do you need some cloth that shines beautifully like snow? Many people from the town gathered, and everyone wanted the cloth.
Please sell it for 300 Rio.
No, I want 500 Rio!
The price kept rising, and finally, it sold for 2,000 arayo. The young man was big when rushing home. Looks like a woman.
I'll show you the radiation levels.
Fold another piece of cloth.
Thank you for watching till the end.
Please don't peek into the room.
Wait a moment.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good.
The woman went back to the inner room and started weaving the flag again.
How about
It's Ponporon, right?
From Tong Tong,
Sophie Variety.
another few days passed, and the young man gradually became uneasy.
Honey.
Which way are you going? I wonder.
Why are you
I
peeking?
wonder if it's really bad. Taking a quick peek should be fine.
Since I got increasingly worried, the young man finally went to the front of the narrow room. He peered inside through the gap in the door.
What do you think?
Flag. What she was holding was not that woman, but a white crane. The crane shoots its own feathers, removing one or two layers,
Raising the flag. The young man was so surprised that he exclaimed, "Ah!"
you were told not to peek?
And yet, you finally peeked, didn't you?
The crane turned back into a woman before he knew it.
I am the crane you helped once.
As a thank you, I gave them some cloth.
Because you peeked, you can no longer stay here.
Goodbye and take care.
Wow, wait! Wait for me!
The woman suddenly disappeared, leaving only 2 or 3 crane feathers behind. The young man hurriedly rushed outside. The blue winter sky after the snow has stopped.
The white crane was at the market.
Quietly, I saw it flying away.
By
Bye, bye, bye. The young man chased after while calling
That was
out,
a close one. The crane slowly disappeared into the distance. And that was it. The crane never returned to the young man's house. Once upon a time, at the foot of a certain mountain, Uncle Fujiya and Auntie lived happily together in a village. There was a field behind the house where the two of them grew vegetables. Every night, raccoons from the mountains come and steal vegetables. Uncle Fujiya got really angry. Alban's child. The man was secretly hiding beside the field. The tanukis, knowing nothing, always
making a big fuss as usual.
The fields. It's being talked about a lot. Finally, the old man grabbed the stick and dashed out. The tanukis were shocked.
Help!
The man with the stick
Fracate!
Everyone ran away at full speed. But one Godanuki was left behind. And then Honanuki was finally caught by the uncle.
Wow, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
The little tanuki started crying. Oh no.
Why did you do too many pranks?
Sorry. That won't do.
But since Kodamuki looked so downhearted, the uncle forgave him. Don't be mischievous anymore. The little raccoon went back to the mountain while still crying. The next morning, when Uncle Fujiya went outside his house, a very fine teapot is lying by the roadside.
This is a good table.
The man was happy.
Picked it up and took it home.
By the way, this tea kettle's owner is the father of the little tanuki who was helped last night. It was a reward for the old man.
Of course, the old man didn't know that.
The monk from the nearby Morinji temple had been wanting a tea kettle for a long time, so I took it to him. Tortas Estila has good tea. The monk liked it so much that he bought a tea kettle from Uncle Fujiya. The more I look at it, the more wonderful this teapot is. The monk is absolutely delighted. Mr. Osho was so happy that he showed it to everyone in the temple. It's really good, Chanko, isn't it? Since everyone was praising her, the young lady became even happier.
It was...
Let's quickly start praying.
The monk put the tea kettle on the hearth.
Thank you.
Totally.
The water is gradually coming to a boil.
Oh no. The public tea house became unbearably hot. But the raccoon was planning to escape if given the chance. Instead of escaping, it was put on the hearth, so it was unbearable.
I can't take it anymore.
Finally, the tanuki shouted,
Man, it's hot!
Mr. Hoshu was surprised.
Looking, a head popped out of the tea window. Hands came out, and feet sprouted. Didn't it jump out of the heart? It's a ghost, a haunted teapot.
Hey!
Hearing Mr. Goshu's voice, Mr. Gozu and the others rushed over.
Go for it! Yes! Got it!
The usually quiet Morinji temple in Rip became chaotic.
Man was
Pretty thick!
run away while saying so.
Bang with the broom or dust.
Buzzing and spinning around like a human.
It's a big commotion.
Jagaba is running away desperately, running and more running.
I got caught because I was so tired. As soon as it was caught, it pulled in its hands, feet, and neck and turned back into a teapot. Even the monk and the apprentice couldn't stand it. They quickly called the shoemaker.
This is a ghost teapot, Kuzuya.
The old man reluctantly brought it home. What about that? The tanuki kettle spoke to the old man's ear as he slept with the tea kettle by his pillow. Delicious. The old shoemaker? An astonished old man stood up and saw a tanuki poking its head out of the teapot, looking a bit silly. One day, as thanks for forgiving me, I transformed into a tea kettle.
So that's what it was.
But I'm sorry that it didn't work out, even though I was intending to thank you.
Good.
That's okay, it's fine. The tanuki at that time, he tapped his forehead with a pawn and said,
That's it!
We raccoons spin around.
They are really good at light bruises, so please make it a show for everyone. Ano? Origami folding. While the shoemaker was still surprised, the tanukis gathered and began building a sideshow booth in the vacant lot. Pon, 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 pon. Sound of nose blowing and sawing, squeak, squeak, squeak.
The roof is done!
The wall is built.
We've also got the tuna rope in place.
The flag set up outside was fluttering. Soon, a big show tent was set up. The junk dealer's uncle turned into a poultry vendor and went around the town.
Everyone, come all! The fun of the mountains. Tightrope walking, ball balancing, bucket balancing, bridge balancing. Shindon, shindon, shindon.
The sideshow is always crowded with customers.
The curtain has finally risen.
Haiko Yahoya
And
Kane.
with that, the raccoon's performance began. The audience applauds for the ball riding, bucket riding, and bridge riding acts.
Visor! Visor!
And the balancing act of drinks.
The tanuki in the teapot opened an umbrella, waved a fan, and began to tightrope walk.
Don.
Thank you for watching. The Hamuki
It's
Show.
interesting and very popular.
It's packed with customers every day. Both kids and adults cause a big mess. Thanks to the raccoons, the old man and the old woman became rich and lived happily ever after. upon a time, in the land of Kimo, there was a very clever man named Koei. I used to run an umbrella shop and was famous as a master umbrella maker. There's no reason for that. On the second floor of Koei's shop, there's a big umbrella hanging as a sign.
This umbrella is no ordinary umbrella.
When it rains, you'll know. When the rain stopped, it seemed to close up before anyone noticed.
It's a curious umbrella.
Because it's sunny today, it's closed.
Ha ha, Toro, I'm not going to do it anymore.
It's a mysterious thing, isn't it?
That umbrella is alive.
And that's how it became quite the talk of the town. The rumor quickly spread, reaching even the Lord's ears. What? Are the umbrellas also alive?
Is there such a story?
The Lord ordered his servant to investigate whether it was true or false. The servant immediately went to town. Is it true that the umbrellas in the store in Shikoku City are alive? I went around asking everyone I met, but no one knew.
Christine Wozayon.
Of course, I say.
The vassal was very impressed and spoke to the Lord. I said that the fire umbrella is really alive. When the Lord hears that,
Yes,
We'll go buy this rare book.
I did things with sound.
I thought Polo would be happy.
shaved ice once.
Oh, I can't sleep.
That is our guardian deity. We've been asked many times to sell it, but we've always refused. Even Lord Komaton cannot be boastful.
I declined without much thought.
Upon hearing that, the Lord wanted the umbrella even more and sent another messenger. I'll lend you all the money you want.
So I told him to give in.
I don't doubt it. If you want it that much, I'll give it to you. It's an important umbrella. So a little bit of dryness is a problem. Hikoichi said, I bought the umbrella for a lot of money. Then, he respectfully brought down an umbrella from the second floor. And then goodbye. From today, I have to go to the Lord's castle. Make sure to report back properly. He spoke as if he were talking to a person and handed it to the servant.
Well, at the castle.
There's a big fuss because they said the umbrella had arrived and that it would open when it rained. So every day they look up at the sky.
Is it going to rain?
I was waiting for you to call me.
One day, finally, it started raining in the morning. Come on. Someone opened an umbrella as a debut.
Thanks for your hard work.
Despite the heavy rain, the umbrella doesn't move at all. Even though I waited without eating, Hima, the servant, still didn't come.
The Lord was really angry.
Thank you for watching.
What the heck?
Is this umbrella still alive? All right.
Tere was flustered. That can't be true. Everyone in the town said they were alive. Oh, it's so tough.
They must have
He
sent
said,
a fake one.
Yes. It must be Hikoichi's doing, I think.
Came with
Gary, call Hikoichi too!
And with that, he gave the order. And now, Lord Hikoichi...
I am overjoyed.
You'd probably laugh.
Receive so much money. Smoked soup with sashimi, ham and carrots.
We set out the drinks and the feast and enjoyed drinking. And there was the Lord's servant.
My umbrella won't open!
No way. That living umbrella is the only one. And it's our guardian deity.
This is not a fake Monya.
Muttered to himself as he headed to the castle. Actually, that umbrella was never alive. When it looked like it would rain, the airplane door would quietly open. And when the weather cleared, it would close. So it's natural that it wouldn't open in the castle. And it's no wonder they said, "Look, there's Kubio-chan. That's what wise people do."
With an air of sophistication, we proceeded to the castle.
The Lord is furious!
Tiandes. Brush Koichi, this is your living umbrella. It's said to be alive, and I got a fortune for it.
Congratulations.
But isn't it a wide camera? This size with lenses.
Hikaichi-dan said... What do you love about Mom?
Just hot water. Got it. When it rains...
Definitely opened.
What could have happened? Please show me.
Hikoichi, who said that and took the umbrella, was tummy lying, but
Suddenly, it started to roll up rapidly.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh, did you
more
get
and more
a
and more. How could my mom, who was always so lively, become a woman? Lord, you didn't give any food to this umbrella at the castle, did you? When I'm at home, I make a sour
The
fish
feast
with
is
sake.
over.
Good morning.
Umbrellas. Umbrellas.
Good job,
What else?
everyone.
Hush, hush, hush. The rice ball is near you. Oh, since she hugged the umbrella and cried, the Lord was just surprised, speechless. I apologize. Don't say it. That's the end of Hikoichi's story.